Sa aking mahal na mga kababayan, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. The 2-week-old news about Typhoon Pablo that devastated 4 municipalities in the province of Davao Oriental and part of Compostela Valley Province last December 4, 2012, I am sure is known to all of you. The world has been kept updated with the magnitude of destruction that has brought millions into tears. Nonetheless, allow me to account a personal experience with the typhoon. Days before the ill-fated December 4, 2012, the Pag-asa of the Philippines made a stern warning through a national television that a typhoon stronger than the previous Typhoon Sendong would strike the eastern seaboard of Mindanao. It was calculated then that the typhoon would have a landfall in Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur, and not in the east coast part of Davao Oriental, my hometown, which by history has never been affected by typhoon. The pronouncement of Pag-asa 3 days before the tragedy was taken lightly and calmly. Everyone was unsuspecting that the coming typhoon was as destructive as it became. On that tragic day, basically sunny in Mati City, the capital city of Davao Oriental, everybody was unmindful of the seemingly approaching super typhoon, neglectful of the preparations as advised by Pag-asa. Everyone was doing their own regular chores, not believing that in a couple of hours, their very lives and future will be significantly changed. It was about 2:30 in the morning when strong winds were felt and sensed all over the municipality. In less than 30 minutes, everybody succumbed to total darkness, with one house after another being blown and knocked down by the wind. I heard people in commotion shouting for help and children crying helplessly. I was stunned, astounded, and taken aback. I was in complete disbelief of what was happening in our community. The screaming, the shouting, and shrieking of both young and old, particularly the children, deafened me. Everyone appeared shocked, traumatized, and shaken. At sunrise of the same day, survivors were bewildered and astounded in disbelief, because for more than 70 years, we have never encountered the most dreadful and terrible experience in our lives. My heart beats, and it continued to bleed on the sight of the destruction made by the super typhoon. Both private and public school buildings were smashed, shattered, and ruined. The church, the municipal hall, the commercial areas, the gyms, and many other infrastructures were nothing but just memories left in our imaginations. I experienced more pain as I see my helpless townmates, young and old, soaked in rainwater, exposed to the heat of the sun with no place to go, no safe haven to protect themselves. Gradually, I can feel everyone is hungry, thirsty, destitute, and in pain. No food, no water available. Just like in other municipalities, some barangays in the municipality of Caraga were isolated for 2 days. Everyone looked weary, tired, helpless, and unaided. But what is most likely feared in the aftermath of the calamity will be starvation and diseases that would affect the survivors who are either temporarily housed in evacuation centers or those who stay in their makeshift shanties with very minimal provision. The prevailing situation in my hometown community today is critical. It would endanger life itself. The typhoon experience is painful. The magnitude of destruction is unimaginable. It did not only destroy physical infrastructures, but more importantly, the super typhoon destroyed the very hopes of the people in this part of the country. It washed away their dreams, shattered their aspirations, and finally crushed their future. Rebuilding the houses, replanting crops, and reliving the very lives of the people are nothing but plans. We need help. They need your understanding of the calamity we have encountered. They are vulnerable to all forms of exploitation, mistreatment, and manipulation. They are now practically in a status of ground zero. No food, no water, no house, no source of employment. In response to this tragedy, Mati Polytechnic College is pursuing a serious campaign to raise all forms of assistance to the thousands of affected families in the municipalities of Caraga, Baganga, Katiel, and Boston. Through our initiatives, we have partly raised canned goods, rice, used clothing, and some cash donations. However, we believe that these items were highly insufficient and inadequate compared to the needs of affected families. For this reason, MPC continually appeals for assistance from the benevolent Filipino community in all parts of the world, particularly the generous members of the United Kababayan of Central California. We are launching in December 18, 2012, the MPC Relief Operation Center in cooperation with our generous kababayan who are members of the UKACENCA. This joint endeavor aims to hasten the collection and distribution of relief goods for the affected families of Davao Oriental. In behalf of the thousands of distraught families affected by Typhoon Pablo, the MPC and the UKACENCA wish to extend their heartfelt and sincere appreciation for the assistance extended. Your help will go a long way and will be remembered and appreciated in our effort to alleviate the sufferings of our unfortunate brothers and sisters. Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. Maraming salamat po.